Hi everyone. Thanks for watching this. This is Mihail Giu, a marriage and family therapist associate, a somatic psychotherapist. And I would like to invite you to my upcoming Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work group module. So I'll tell you briefly about myself and about this upcoming group, especially for people who don't know me. So besides being a marriage and family therapist, I'm also a Killer Bee inquiries facilitator and experienced in shadow work and Hakomi practitioner, which is a mindfulness-based somatic psychotherapy. And I've been a lifelong seeker of truth, practitioner of Buddhist, Zen, teachings and practices of Gurdjieff and Ouspensky, fourth way work, attended countless workshops and men's work, prison work, facilitated groups and workshops for many years. And I would like to, and I'm also the founder of Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work. What is Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work? It's awareness-based somatic, psychosomatic modality, which is a mouthful. But what is that supposed to mean? It means that I have integrated and hybridized in my own mind and heart and applying on myself and then working with others. I have integrated a whole variety of various teachings. First of all, the circle of being, so the being aspect, where basically there are all these teachings connected to awakening, Vipassana, Buddhism, fourth way, awakening, enlightenment teachings. Some of you may be familiar with Eckhart Tolle, Rupert Spira, Francis Lucille, Byron Katie. So these kind of teachings which are pointing towards developing ability to witness, to be more present in the here and now, instead of being checked out in the thoughts, in daydreaming, in past and future, developing this ability to learning meditation technique, learning how to witness ourselves and how to be present and witness and observe our thought forms, witness and allow our sensations and feelings and be more deeply present, here and now. And these teachings going all the way towards these non-dual teachings connected to this Ramana Maharishi's question, who am I? What is the nature of my true self? So I'm combining all of these spiritual teachings, lofty, noble, pursuing awakening, evolution, and such things. I'm combining them with a wide variety of therapeutical somatic modalities, which are connected to actually processing our pain body, processing our shit, our psychological, emotional unease, sense of lack, depression, anxiety, all of these limiting beliefs, all of this self-sabotage, and all of this coming actually from programming, being raised in an unconscious society, and no matter how well-intended our parents were, we were raised in a society that is basically pretty toxic and unconscious. And all of this psychological suffering that we all have, you have it, I have it, everybody that I know has some type of psychological suffering that plays out in the mind or in the body, or plays out into addiction, compulsions, bypassing. So all of this psychological suffering actually that we are dealing with right now, it's actually coming from some core trauma, core woundedness. Something happened to us that was painful, or something that we needed to have and didn't happen. We received all kind of abuse or neglect or all kind of variety of conditions, either big trauma or small trauma. And the aftermath of that is that something in us shut down, something in us dissociated, something in us repressed our authenticity, and there's some type of suffering that we've been trying to escape our life, all our life. Maybe we forgot about it for a long time, but sooner or later, it catches up with us. So circle of being, somatic shadow work, it's an integral method to combine awakening, consciousness, mindfulness teachings with a very thorough processing of our limiting beliefs, core limiting programs. What I'm talking about. What I mean by that is that we all have, you have, I have, everybody I know, some type of subconscious core material, like I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, there's something wrong with me, it's not safe to be vulnerable, I'm not safe, I can't be myself, I have to hide. Some of us have more like an inflated sense of ego, some of us have a deflated sense of ego. So all of these are playing out subconsciously, no matter how confident we are, or no matter how spiritual we are, and they create all of this active mind and anxiety, depression, and we all have, all of us, some type of trauma stored in our mind, body, and in the cells, and we inherited some kind of trauma through our ancestors, so the situation is not so good. So I'm bringing about over 25 years of me being fully dedicated since I was a teenager till now, seeking methods and practices and applying them on myself, first on the spiritual side, awakening side, and then more on the processing side, processing trauma, processing pain body, because just doing, from my experience, just doing one side, let's say if we are just doing awakening practices and meditation practices and maybe psychedelic, I highly, very much respect psychedelic work, and I have a lot of experience with it. There's a tendency to transcend and go into some kind of love and light. However, we are bypassing a lot of psychological pain that only festers, and it's more than psychological, is embedded in our, they call it in our somatic structure, in the cells. And sooner or later, all of these traumas, these core limiting beliefs and feelings, as well as this repression of self, meaning that it's not safe to feel sad. I can't feel or share sadness. I can't feel anger. I can't, all of this, our emotional body has been suppressed and repressed. And all of this, sooner or later, they become either mental health issues, or they become tensions in the body, burning, or chronic contractions, chronic pain, or more serious diagnosis, cancer, and so on. Gabor Mate talks about it, Scott Killaby talk about it. So very much aligned with this teaching of awakening to some degree, becoming more conscious. And with this more awake sense of presence, we are going and processing our past and liberating ourselves from these unresolved childhood things, or we are freeing ourselves and dismantling some strategic adaptations we developed in childhood, to be funny, to hide, to lie, to avoid. So we are dismantling all of these things which are kind of not really our authentic self. So we can actually not transmit them to future generations, and we can actually really enjoy this magic creation here and be able to fully love, be able to tune into a sense of our own sense of mission, and then kind of fully give our gift. Everybody here has a gift. So without sabotaging ourselves anymore, holding ourselves back, or attracting patterns or relationships that are not good for us, where we play out some unconscious dynamics from childhood. So we first need to become more conscious, and then we need to face our shadows and our pain. And without that, things are going to repeat themselves over and over. And if you're really open and if you have some sense of self-honesty, you have verified this already. So, all right, I'll try to keep it short here. So I've been doing for a long time group work. I'm also working one-on-one sessions and intensives, and you can check on my website. But what I'm talking now is that I'm starting very soon, in a few weeks, Circle of Being Somatic Shadow Work introductory group module. Yeah, so I'm going to do 10 weeks. Actually, there will be 11 weeks. The first week will be a pilot. People can come free of charge. You can have a sample, a free sample, and you can have an idea of what this kind of work is about. And then I'm going to commit to 10 consecutive weeks, which will happen in Nevada City, California, where we are going to learn gradually all of this first theoretical information, as well as practicing together various skills and techniques in order to, my ultimate goal is to help us, so each one of you develops some sense of healthy practice, some ability to work with yourself, work on yourself in a skillful way, without bypassing, without dysregulating and wallowing in the pain. So we are going to gradually go each week, each circle, week 1, week 2, week 3 will be 2.5 hours. And we are going to study, basic mindfulness, meditation techniques that I found the most effective from the point of view of becoming more conscious, more aware, and more stable in ourselves in order to face our shadows and our unresolved issues. Also, these mindfulness meditation techniques, they'll help us be more awake to life, enjoy beauty more, helps us be less checked out. Also, all of these mindfulness meditation awareness techniques, they have the function of calming our nervous system, so we can take refuge in awareness, and we can be more stable in the face of stressors and adversity. And so we are going to start with that, but each week there will be some theoretical knowledge as well as experiential exercises and experiential knowledge about starting to unpack our subconscious and identify our deficiency stories, our core limiting beliefs that are sabotaging ourselves, sabotaging our relationships. They have us kind of not give our full gift. So we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. We'll learn how to no longer resist and avoid our feelings, which ultimately will get us sick. How to really rescue our emotional body and no longer suppress and repress. And we become more vulnerable with ourselves, and we can feel more fully without getting dysregulated by our feelings, feeling more fully while being conscious and aware. And we are going to identify some core unresolved episodes in our life and start to loosen the charge and process. 10 weeks is not much. So 10 weeks is learning some skills and opening the hood. However, if you liked these 10 weeks, there is a way you can continue working with me. I do ongoing groups that are more advanced. So if this resonates with you, you can continue. But at this point, this is announcing my 10-week module coming up very soon. So yeah, I keep it very affordable. And some of you who can't afford that, I'm open to some sliding scale. Just reach out to me. I'm going to offer homework, experiential homework, theoretical homework during the group. And yeah, so each week will be 2 hours and a half. It will be both in person as well as on Zoom. So we'll meet in person, or people who are local or nearby. But also I have people who come from out of state or outside of the country, if the time zone allows. So it will be both in person as well as on Zoom. And parts of the meetings will be recorded, so you can have them. So I'm inviting you to check it out, check out my website, check out other videos to see what this modality is about. If you are already familiar with me or you know me, you can share this video to friends of yours or other people that you think that may benefit from this kind of work. And yeah, I'm looking forward to share this work with you. This work is a combined wealth of wisdom that I have not created. I just researched, hunted for it, and applied for it and verified it. So I'm offering here some time-honored spiritual teachings, as well as cutting-edge, evidence-based therapeutical modalities combined all in one, for the purposes for us to free ourselves from this aftermath of trauma and toxicity in our culture and our woundedness, and become lighter, lighten the burden, become more fully ourselves, more conscious. And for those of us who are interested in that, going deeper into finding out our true self and going deeper and deeper. So join me, and you have the information as the dates and how to sign up in the body of the YouTube. And yeah, hope to meet you, and all the best. Be well. Ciao, ciao.